Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, I think I need to wipe off my lens. Excuse me. There we go. There we go. I'm about to be hyping in a few moments because I was sipping some Mountain Dew today. Thank you to the replay crew. Thank you for those who came later in the chat that circled back. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do today, and then we are going to do the intro. Hey, Janet. And then get into this look. My eyes are extremely teary again, and I think it has to do with the heat. But anyway, today we're doing Skinny Queen's look. Members here do get to make a request. That is one of the perks. And what she requested was, hey, Skinny Queen. And so what she requested was, yes, I'm looking at my notes. She requested a muted Christmas look with a bright liner. And colors specifically that she chose, and I did take out palettes that have that color story. So we're working out of 2 palettes, which is great because initially I had like 5 to choose from, and I'm like, that's a lot, and y'all know I'd be getting confused. But she asked for a garnet, which is a bold bright red, sage, which is a muted gray green, and she said gold and silver, and a white eyeliner. So the easiest thing was the white eyeliner mixtape right here. That was the easiest thing to find in my stash. And for the garnet and for, I feel like I'm yelling already. I did have Mountain Dew. I don't know what this is that's right here, but it's been there since Saturday night. For the garnet, this shade right here. The garnet is a deep, well, it's a bold bright red. So this is our garnet, and we're going to incorporate this as the sage, which is a muted gray green. So we're going to be using this palette, and this palette is Life and Death from Notoriously Morbid. I have a 15% off code down below, which is Dion Loves. And I'm kind of bugged now because I changed my channel name because YouTube was showing our handles, well, showing our channel names versus the handles, and it was bugging me that they were different. And so now I am just me. I am Dion Lorah. So for the gold and the silver, and because she wanted a muted Christmas look, we're going to use our MAC Connecting Color. And this is Unfiltered Nudes. And so this is where we're going to get our gold and our silver from, because these are more satins than metallics, and so that's where we're getting our shades from. And so I am excited. Thank you, Skinny Queen, for this request. I'm going to, I do see y'all coming in. I'm going to say hi. Let's see. Hey, Tanya. Hi, Alexandria. Hey, Grace. Thank you for all the emojis, Skinny Queen. And excuse me, Bruce. I did just finish breakfast. Excuse me. Hey, beautiful Joe. We're going to put on City Beauty Plumping Lip Oil. Y'all, I slept today. I think I've been messing myself up because during my wake ups, you know, I check messages and I do stuff and blah, 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 all from the comfort of my bed and under the covers. And so then, you know, I told myself today, because I had a lot of stuff on my to-do list today, excuse me, that I was going to do. And then it was in my mind, you know, when I wake up around, you know, 4 o'clock, that I was going to get up. That ain't happened. And I think because I did so much today during my wake ups, I think that woke up my brain too much for me to sleep and be rested and wake up around 4 o'clock. So my alarm woke me up at 6:45. So here we are. I did have breakfast. Let me do the intro. Eyebrows. I'm going to back up just a little bit. Silver. Thinking of the silver and gold. I might use this too. These 3 are from NYX Cosmetics. And I do think they're different. They are different. This one is Vivid Rich Mechanical Liner, and the shade is Amber Stunner. These 2 say Retractable Eyeliner. And the white one is white, is the name of it, and the silver one says silver. And so they are different. This one is Vivid Rich. I think the Vivid Rich are the newer ones that they have. So we're going to do those for interims and lower lash line. Hey, Haywood. Oh, thank you, Janet. They working you already. Oh my gosh. Hey, Lot. Good morning. Good morning. It's always good to see y'all. My eyes are really teary. So I'm going to do the brows and do, I was just, excuse me for smacking, I was just wondering right just now if I wanted to do something different with the brows other than the brow pencil. Where's my brow pencil? Let me take out mascara because I feel like I might forget. I need to put away, yo, I got so much stuff on my list to do, and I was knocked the hell out. Hello again and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy trollation of YouTube. The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. I'm here to tell you, just be your authentic self. It is very freeing. The troll part of the crazy troll nation is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain tool, a certain technique, or a certain brand because that's what they're telling you you have to do in whatever video you're watching. I'm here to tell you, hey Preppy, hey girl. I'm here to tell you, use whatever you want to, however you want to, with whatever tools to get your makeup on in a way, excuse me, that you are satisfied with it. Here we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So that's the motto. That's what the Crazy Troll Nation is. That's what we stand for. That's what we believe in. And I hope it resonates with you if you're hearing it for the first time. If you've been here for a long time and you probably say it with me as I say it, I hope it has become one of your daily affirmations. Two things about me. One, you already heard. This organism named Bruce that lives in my throat. He lives like right in here somewhere. He likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch during videos and live streams. I try to be aware of him so that I can say, excuse me, because even for a troll, that's just bad behavior. And I think what the problem is because I do eat breakfast right before the live, maybe like 20 minutes before, and then I guzzle water. And so I think that's what happens. Thank you for the hearts. I think it was Skinny Queen one time. She commented, is it me or does Dion hiccup more in live streams than videos? And when I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? I really do, because I'll be guzzling water like right before I get here. And so that's what that's about. Carly says, I have to draw my brows on, but I use something different. What are you using? What's good? This is the Fenty Brow MVP. It's probably backwards. This is the darkest shade, which isn't that dark. And because I don't have hair here, which you may have saw, this looks, on my bare skin, this looks more to me like a brownish red. But the shade actually is the darkest one, number 14, and it's a deep black. That to me is not a deep black. And it may just be my complexion and my undertone, but to me this is not a deep black. It does look darker where I have hair, but on the tails where I don't have hair, like, it is not dark. So just the Fenty Brow Pencil. I tried the ABH one. I didn't care for it too much. I've been using this almost since they first launched. And so every now and then I would try something else, and I just keep going back to this one. Let me put this on all messages instead of top messages. I hate that it defaults to that. Like, they're telling us, like, this is what we think you want to see. How about you let us choose what we want to see as far as comments? I'm gonna go basic with the brows. I'm gonna try not to do too much with the brows. I'm gonna try to be quick so that we can get into the base face. It was my goal, since I had lied to myself and said I was going to get up about 4 o'clock. It was my goal to have my base face done so that we can just jump into this look. Y'all see, yeah, I lied to myself. Janet, I have a question for you. Your comment on that look I did down at the space when you said it was a shame that there wasn't a tutorial for it. Should I recreate that for the Winterween look that Janessa and I are going to do next Monday, actually, in another joint live stream? Because I do not have a plan. She has a plan and a backup plan. I have no plan. I haven't even thought about what I was going to do. But would you like for me to recreate that look? That that we did. You love the look. I know you did, and I did too. It was really nice. And I realized I've been doing a lot of like greens lately with face painting. So would you like to see me recreate that? I don't think Janessa can hear you, Skinny Queen. I don't think she can hear you. I have really light brows to begin with. When I was a kid, it looked like I didn't have any at all, but my hair is dark. So I've drawn my eyebrows on for quite a while. Okay, and that makes sense because I have seen some people with light brows, but their hair is dark, and so they make their brows dark to match their hair color, which I always thought was kind of interesting. Not matching the brows to the hair color, but that the brows would be a different color than the hair color. That's always been interesting to me. But then, yeah, I need to cut my hair, speaking of hair, and I know I always say I never feel like cutting it. I actually felt like cutting it the other day, but it was cold. And when I cut my hair, I'm nude because then I jump in the shower right after to get all the shavings off me. And so, yeah, y'all, you see more of the grays. And I could pinch it. I don't like when I can pinch it. But it's been like, and today is actually the 3-week mark. And I'm not going to say try to cut it every 3 weeks, but my goal is to cut it every 3 weeks. And so today is the 3-week mark of when I last cut it. And so we'll see how it feels in here as far as warmth or not for me to cut it later. But I kind of think I will, but just like I thought I was getting up at 4 o'clock, right? So I think I'm doing too much in here. This part of my brow. Because this is the side that's like over here. My eyes are very teary. You have no eyebrows anymore, so sometimes they're a little crooked. How are they crooked if you don't have any? Hey, Aladdin. Okay, well, I hope you cleaned yourself up. Thank you for sharing that. You might want to see a doctor about that, or get some adult diapers or whatever. But thank you for sharing that. Appreciate your transparency. Yes, my troll fam, I'm being sarcastic. Are you going to be nice at Latin? Or is that going to be kind of your comments for the rest of the live? Because if so, we'll just dismiss you right now. Or you can choose to leave because we don't deal with nonsense here. So anyway. So this is what I'm saying. Like, they're just so different. As you got, thank you, Janet. If you have brown, I guess she's talking to you, Carly. Janet's asking if you have brow hair, have you considered dyeing them? You know what? That's a good question because then they wouldn't have to be done. I mean, because it would just stay until the time to dye it. Thank you for the hearts. As I got older, I lost a lot of my brow hair. As weird as it. No, it doesn't sound weird at all. It doesn't sound weird at all. Sounds like a hormone imbalance. I don't have to share. One of my uncles, he was telling me as he got older, he started losing his brows, like on the tails. And so one day when I was saying how, I tweezed mine, he said, don't, because you're going to end up like me. And because I didn't care, because I was around family, I took a paper towel and I wiped it off. I said, I already don't have no hair because I over tweezed. And he was like, oh, damn. So some people, they do start to lose their hair, particularly brow hair. I'm trying to get this at least somewhat in the same place. And I know I said I wasn't going to do too much, but then here I am. I don't know why I brought this all the way in because I never do that, not on purpose. And this wasn't on purpose either. I think I was distracted. I'm going to try and make this one squared off because this one is squared off. And I think I'm gonna put in a few more moments on this, and then we're gonna move on, because I could spend too much time on my brows, and they're not gonna look the same regardless of what I do. So we're gonna leave these like this. We're just gonna fill in like this space, like right here on both sides, and then we're gonna be done with the brows. And yes, there are different shapes. My whole face is different shapes. Oh, did you get your palette? I'm missing someone. Who is, okay, wait, I'm missing someone. Lisa. Hey Terry, hi. How are you doing tonight? Let's be nice, Carly. Janet is one of my moderators. She already got rid of him. And we don't entertain nonsense here because they come for attention. And when we reply to them, they get what they want. And so we do our best to ignore when people come in and say inappropriate stuff. Hello, Dahlia. How are you? You messed up your eyebrows anyway. Yeah, and the thing is, I did it on purpose. I was just... I did it on purpose because my shapes were so different. This one does have more of an arch, and it was coming like here. This one was more rounded and came here. So they were just going in like two different directions. And so I over tweezed like sort of in the same spot. So at least I can kind of get the tails to look the same. And I didn't tweeze much in here, but as you see there, like the natural shape is still off. And my face is not symmetrical at all anyway, but that's that. So what are we going to do now? Concealer, brightening eye cream. That was fast. I forget. Did you get Xenon or Retro Glam? I forget. That was quick because that was what, 2 weeks ago? Eden won my Natasha Denona giveaway, and it was two winners. One Xenon palette from Natasha Denona, and the other one won Retro Glam. And Eden won Retro Glam. Okay. I hope you enjoy it. That is a nice palette, I think. I mean, it is nice, even though y'all not prefer darker colors. It arrived safely. Awesome. And I remember saying how it came to me is how it's going to come to y'all. When I had received them, when they came in the mail, I did a quick quality check, looked at it, packaged it back up exactly how they had packaged it this to me. And I'm like, I'm not going to open them again at all. Yeah, she's in New Zealand, right? Yeah. Yep. She's in New Zealand. And she's the newest member of the official Troll Kin clan. And so that's exciting. Yeah, that was fast. I'm glad there wasn't any problems getting it. And it did show that, you know, that there were going to be no duties or anything. And so, yeah, that was really cool, too. I'm still waiting for Beauty Bay to get Martine Cosmetics 669 palette. I do think they're going to start selling it in January. I don't even know if they have it yet. Because my mind is saying they're waiting for the sales to be over before they, before they put that for sale. But I am waiting for that. But that's my hope and that's my dream, is that they will have it. You are welcome, Eden. Wait, is that where those G-men were? I don't even know what you're talking about, Tanya. I don't know who the G-men, I don't know who that is. Hi, Nana. You're going through the same thing about my eyebrows. I did mine on purpose, though. That's the thing. So you're losing your brow hairs? I don't know if I would know if I was or not since I over-tweezed. Unless in here started falling out. But, well, not falling out. Well, yeah, falling out. This is, hey, Tiffany. This is Natasha Denona. I use NY11 under my eyes. And I'll put NY12 here. I do want to find one that will actually cover this up because it does, and then it kind of fades away and it doesn't. What's strange to me is that when I put it on my bare skin, it oxidizes. when I put it over foundation, it does not oxidize. So I find that interesting. But I don't put it on first under here because I mix my foundation with my primer. And so this is the Fenty primer. Where's the lid? So I put 2 pumps of that on here, which is only a little bit, which is strange. And we use the Fenty, hi Redfire, you're a new plan, but can you please do this for me? Depends on what it is. And this is the Fenty foundation, 1 pump, which is a lot. So 1 pump of the foundation and 2 pumps of the primer, because the primer just a little bit comes out. I wear shade 335. And so I put that together and then I mix it up. Did I miss someone? Oh, Dahlia. Okay, I was like, who's Mignon? That's a good cut of steak. Filet mignon. So I just tap this all around and then I tap it to blend it. Sometimes people will tell me use a sponge, but isn't this what you do with a sponge? You just kind of pounce it on your face. And so I'm just like, I do that anyway. Once in a while, I will do a sponge. And it's ironic because I use sponges a lot on clients, but not on myself. So Janet, is that the plan for Winterween, is to redo that look? And I forget who, but someone said it would be a good Halloween look. And I said, actually, the theme was Monsters Ball. And that's why I did that look. I had looked at a Frankenstein picture and I said, you know what? I'm going to just make this my own, which y'all know I'm good for, seeing something and then just making it into my own very unique creation. And if it is a themed event like that, and they say, can you do such and such? I said, do you want it exact or do you want like your own thing? And they're like, oh, I just want my own thing. And I'm like, great. Because if they told me like, I want to look like, you know, such and such, I'm going to be like, it ain't going to be quite like that. Because y'all know I be doing extra stuff. So now we're going to take the NY12. I think I said hi to everybody. Thank you y'all for being here. And so I just tap this all over where it's darker here. I used to call it my disrespectful mustache area, but there is no hair there, like at all. It's just dark. And it is common among people of color that we do have darkness like around our mouth. A misallocation of melanation or something, because it is really common. And even among some people who are not people of color. So it's just a thing. And then I just pat this out. And so like right now it looks good. Like it covered up discoloration, but then later on it's going to look like I didn't put anything there. So and so I do want to get another color, but then I have, I think, like a backup of that already. We're going to use the Fashion Fair powder in Truly Tawny. For those who are just coming in, we're doing a look requested by Skinny Queen, one of my channel members. Channel members get to make requests. If you click join, it'll show you what the perks are. And then if you want to join, you have to click something else. She wanted a muted Christmas look, and she wanted sage green, so we're going to use this, and then we're going to use sage green. We're going to use this one, and she wanted garnet, which is a bold bright red. We're going to use that, and this palette is from Notoriously Morbid. I have a code down below. This is the Life and Death palette. She also wanted a gold and silver in the look, and so we're going to use our MAC Unfiltered Nudes palette, and we're going to use this silver and this gold because it is muted, and she did want a muted Christmas look. And she wanted a white eyeliner. Skinny Queen, what color lipstick would you like for me to do? And I'll take the brush that I used for the concealer under my eyes and press in the setting powder. The shade in this one is Truly Tawny. I think they have a total of 6 shades. And as you see, like this one is my color. And I do highly recommend the Fashion Fair. Not because of that, but because it is very finely milled. It never looks cakey. Try powder between concealer to keep it from oxidizing. Oh. It doesn't oxidize when it's on top of foundation. It oxidizes on my bare skin, which would be like under my eyes, which I don't mind because it does still oxidize to what my skin color looks like. And that's why I do use 2 different shades of concealer. I use a lighter shade under my eye and then a darker shade here. Yeah. And so since I put it on top of foundation, it's not going to oxidize. It doesn't oxidize. But thank you for that. For those who do have an issue with, excuse me for smacking, have an issue with the concealer oxidizing and they don't want it to. Let's see, your dad was over 50% Cherokee, so I have a lot of redness around my cheeks, mouth, neck, and chest. I drink almost an entire 12-pack of tea. Oh my gosh. I have to slow down, but it's so good. I didn't quite down my 40 ounces of water yet. My first 40. It's interesting. Let me see. I got it from Sephora, but Fashion Fair also has their own website. So you can get it from their website or Sephora. I'm not sure where else. I'd be absent for 10 minutes. I just ate chili and beans. Are getting to me. I made chili last night. I'm going to make some more tonight because I gave some away. And I gave away 2 servings. And they ate both the servings. I was just like, okay, let me give them some more. And so I gave them 2 more today, which leaves me with 1 serving because I made it actually, I think it was this morning, like early in the morning. And so I did eat, a serving myself. And I have 1 serving left that I put in the freezer. And so meanwhile, I did take out another ground turkey to thaw earlier this morning, which did already thaw out. And so I'm going to make chili again tonight, and I'm going to take them some more. Usually they don't eat it that quick. Like if I give them like 2 or 3, if I gave 2, yeah, they ate both of them. I was like, wow, so let me give them some more. And so I took out another packet of ground turkey to make chili again, but then I'm thinking take out another one to also make sauce, because I like to keep sauce and chili in my freezer. So if I just want a quick meal, or I'd be like, oh, tomorrow what am I going to eat? Oh, I just take out the sauce, and then all I got to do is make the pasta. Or if I just do the chili, then I just got to make the rice. But those are 2 things I usually, especially in the wintertime, keep in my freezer. And I like that it makes a nice size pot so that I do have extra to give away and still put some in the freezer. I don't know where Dion gets hers, but you've seen it on Amazon. Yeah, I get it from Sephora, but they do have their own website. Did I miss? Oh, hey, Melissa, I read your comment and then look at the name. How are you doing today? Yeah, I try to shop Amazon as less as possible, just because they tried to do me wrong last year, so that irritated me. Bronzer, we're going to pick one at random. We picked Deep Level 9 from House Labs. They also have their own website, but I purchased it from Sephora. When I purchase stuff from Sephora, I purchased it, during their 20% off sales. But the websites, brand websites, they sometimes have their own 20% off sales. And so it just depends on where you want to get it. But I usually just get it from Sephora. Because then also I'll earn points where brand websites, if I'm only getting like one thing, like that's not going to accumulate really to enough points to benefit me if it's just that one item. Whereas Sephora, if I'm getting like, 4 different things, that'll add up in points. And sometimes Sephora has point multiplier events. How are y'all doing this evening? You've been so stressed. I love watching makeup tutorials. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad you're here to see me. We're going to randomly choose a blush. We chose Lavender Blonde, which is great because this is muted. This is also from House Labs, and this is described as light pink purple. In addition to being the most wonderful time of the year, it's also the most stressful time of the year as well. You know what? And maybe because I don't celebrate Christmas, like it is not stressful for me at all. I'm just like, it's just another day, another season. So I'm just like, evening, not evening, I'm sorry. No, it could be evening somewhere. Why am I putting blush up here? I'm distracted. I seldom, if ever, put blush on my forehead. I'm thinking it's still bronzer. Some people here it may be in the morning because the Crazy Troll Nation is worldwide. People visit me from all over the world, and I think it is amazing. We're going to randomly pick a highlighter and watch it be like chocolate opal, which is their dark one. I'm trying to reach over it. Oh, Golden Pyrite. This is also from House Labs. Yeah, so it might be morning somewhere. Every now and then I catch one of Manuela's lives. Her channel is makeup_therapy, I believe. I forget where she is. I don't think she's in the UK. I forget where she is though, but she's definitely overseas somewhere from the United States. And I had asked her like what day and time it was where she was, and it was the same day as it was here, but she was 5 hours ahead of the time here. I'm on the East Coast. And so I think that is pretty cool how we can be anywhere in the world, and social media brings us together, same place, same time, but we're in different places at different times. I just think that is really cool. Now I'm going to use our Ambient Lighting Palette Volume 2 from House Labs. No, it's not. This is Hourglass. This is Soft Light, Radiant Light, and this is Golden Bronze Light. So we're going to, still using the same brush, we're going to take Soft Light and put that under our brows. I'm excited too, Skinny Queen. That's why I wanted to have my face done so we can just like jump into the look. But now that I'm here, I'm like, you know what? This was a good thing because everyone that's here, they'll see the entire thing and not just come in and miss like the first few steps of the look or something like that. So I am excited about that. You look great, beautiful. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you so much. Did I miss anything? Nope. Okay. Thank you. I credit that to a few things. So you see how this is looking darker already? So I do know that shade is not the right shade, but it's enough for me because I do have this coloration there. And my goal is to, we're going to take Radiant Light now. And we're going to kind of put this here. Because as I said in the intro, we accept our features, and that is just one of my features. And so, like, it is what it is. But I attribute it to genetics, skincare, and also these products. Like, House Labs and Hourglass, the powders are phenomenal. We're going to... You complain to their corporate and filed a complaint with Better Business Bureau. I'm through playing games. Who's customer service on my Tanya? And now we're going to take the Golden Bronze Light, and we're only going to just put this like right here. Who did you file a complaint against? I feel like I'm always missing something. So I feel like I say that a lot. I'll be like, what are y'all talking about? Just sent it in before the live. 14 days to respond. Lancome, for what issue? If you don't mind sharing, which I don't think you do because you mentioned it. And so this is our, what they call base face, just complexion products. We're going to seal it in with the Scandinavia, the makeup finishing spray. This is the bridal formula. And it may not be necessary, but I do it anyway. I do wipe it off of my eyelid. I am excited to get into this look. The last time I used the Life and Death palette was, Michelle had requested that I do a look with it. Yeah, you're curious about what happened also. I know, right? She mentioned it, so now we're like, tell us the deets. Tell us what was up. Tell us what's happening. What's happening? Also, Skinny Queen, think of a lip color that you would like me to do. What am I doing? Priming my eyes. I use the Fenty Eyeshadow Primer, which is for me a tacky primer. So people say, oh, you should use a tacky base. It is tacky for me. Some people it is and some people it's not. I guess it just depends on what your skin type is. And then on top of that, I put MAC's Paint Pot in Groundwork, which y'all see. I am like on the edges. And I do have a backup over here waiting to be opened. Feels like there's an eyelash in my eye. Before I do this, before I prime the eye, excuse me, y'all, I am going to do my inner rims and lower lash line. And I do usually do that before I start the eye look. They sent me an expired. Oh, I remember that. And then you sent it back and they sent you another one that was expired. Oh my gosh, I remember that. That was horrible. This is Life and Death from Notoriously Morbid. And you have a 15% off code down below. You will wait a while to get your stuff if you order from them. And this one is the MAC Unfiltered Nudes. And you can get this at Ulta as well because they sell MAC and, of course, MAC store, MAC website too. They want you to send both back. They want you to pay for shipping. Oh, fuck that. Did I tell you I curse sometimes? I think I did at the end of the intro. Nah. What was I getting ready to do? Oh, inner rims and lower lash. We're going to see if the gold will show up in my inner rims. They said they can't guarantee they won't send another expired foundation if you reorder. How about they throw away their expired stock? Does that sound like something they should do? Because that would guarantee they're not sending expired products. I'm not in business, so I don't know. But my mind would say, throw away the expired stock. What the fuck? Like, let me know, because I'm just like, just go through your... Let me do my inner rims. We're using Amber Stunner. What also I just realized is curious about this, and I think it just didn't register before. This is gold, but it's called Amber Stunner. But then it is the Vivid Rich. The regular one, it says silver, and this one says white. So all the other ones, the ones that just say retractable eyeliner, the color of it is the name of the color, where the Vivid Rich is not the name of the color. This is called Amber Stunner, but it's gold. That is horrible. I would report them too. They need to just throw away the expired stock. Like, what's... They just want the money. And you know what? I think they're counting on people not noticing. And people just using it. Because some people will just open something and use it. Y'all know I be looking at dates and stuff. And for it to have an expiration date is different. Because most brands, some brands do and some brands don't have an expiration date. But they all have a PAO. Well, it depends on how long the product should be good for. No, that's not showing up. I'm thinking we're going to put the white one on top of this. That's what I'm thinking. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Wow. Expired 6/24. What? 2 years ago? Last year? Year and a half ago? That is crazy. The CC Beauty cream, no, the CC Beauty oil-based palette that Janessa sent me that I liked it so much I ordered one for myself. It does have an expiration date on it, and it's like 3 years away from when they manufactured it. So they have the manufacture date, and then they have, oh, okay, Skinny Queen. They do have the manufacture date on it, and then they have the expiration date. And so it seems like they make it like right away. Well, when you order it, because it was manufactured like a month before I ordered it. And so the 3-year expiration date they had on the packaging was 3 years from the manufacturing date. And do not deviate from it. I think they have an expiration. Oh, related to the SPF in it. But they couldn't even confirm that to me if it was just SPF. It would not have been a big deal, but they have a script. Yeah, I'm glad you reported them. But that makes me wonder, like, how many other people are getting that? And if the SPF is expired, sometimes, well, I know for foods and like seasonings, they say it's a best by date. So you can still use it after the date, but it won't be as potent, it won't be as flavorful, that type of thing. And so I don't know how it is with the foundation or SPF. Like, is it still safe to use and you just don't get any SPF coverage or SPF protection from it or what? But either way, they need to just throw all of that away, because some people do prefer products that has SPF in it, which to me, as far as foundation, which to me it doesn't quite make sense, because if you're going to use SPF, it says you should use at least a teaspoon amount. And so like that little bit of foundation I put on, that is not a teaspoon. So even if I had SPF in my foundation, it's not enough. You know what I'm saying? I have a friend that says Lancome and L'Oreal the same makeup. Lancome for your packaging. Yeah, there's a lot of brands that are within like I don't know what to call it. I don't want to say like a house, but like a corporation will branch off into like smaller brands and smaller businesses. Just like Tom Ford is under Estee Lauder. If you ever go into a CCO or CCS, everything in that store is under the Estee Lauder brand. Clinique is under that. This is the silver. Bobbi Brown. MAC is under Estee Lauder. I believe Tarte as well. I'm going off of memory here. What's in the store? This silver is looking like the white under my eyes. No, it's a difference. Mineral SPF of 50. It says Dahlia. Lancome is owned by L'Oreal. Yeah. And so sometimes, like, we'll hear, like, Lancome and, like, oh my gosh, you know, this luxury brand. And then here you are with L'Oreal, which is the same company. So, like, a lot of these makeup companies, they do, like, high-end stuff, luxury stuff, and also low-end. Well, not low-end, drugstore, I should say. I kind of want to put some gold somewhere because she did want gold. I'm going to put this in the middle, see if it shows up. I'm trying to remember why I purchased this. Because this is not, I mean, my complexion, like, this is like, girl, why did you buy this one? I don't remember why I bought it. This is not really showing up. I'm wondering if I want to, well, let me just keep going. So we're going to prime the eye, get into the look. I can put this, where am I going to put you? I'm going to just leave you right there. Yeah, prime the eye, and then get started with the eye look. They named Pantone color already. What is it? I don't know. You can, Joe. I can too, because the white is brighter. It's a little more bold than the silver. This, if I look close, is, I don't know, but it's, it's not much. I was just trying to stick within the color story. But then she also said garnet. I don't have a red eyeliner. I do have greens, and so one of the colors is sage. And so I could have done that. I'm just trying to, but I didn't want to do a green eyeliner since we're putting green on the lid. Y'all know I like to mix stuff up. Mix stuff up, make stuff up, just do stuff, do all the things. White for real, for real? Yep. For real, for real. This is a clean one. This is the Real Techniques 210. The other one is the one I use. I have like 8 of these for concealer under my eyes, but I really like these for small areas of cream products. And I probably like at least 6, maybe 8 of these in my kit, and also some of these, which is the 200s. I do like these for foundation and for cream products. And I have quite a bit of cream products in my kit. Hi, Eileen. How are you? Yep, all the things. They haven't had a good color since that fish. Yeah, when they had whatever color last year, I'm like, that old boring brown. Like, what was that? And so you got all these content creators on YouTube, Pantone color of the year. But the color was so basic, you could barely see it, especially if they were melanated people. I'm just like, and I think it was you, Tanya, maybe. Don't quote me. That asked me if I was going to do a look with the Pantone color. And I'm like, the color is almost my skin tone. I'm like, that wouldn't even be a look. I was like, it was mocha mousse, chocolate mousse or something. I was like, that wouldn't even show up on me. So I was like, no, I didn't plan on doing that look because the color is the color of my skin. Yeah, but you had a lot of people. And they say you follow the trends and all of that. But I'm just like, we do what we do here at the Crazy Troll Nation. We just do what we want to do, as the intro says. But also, the thing with doing trends, okay, you'll get views then, but because it's a trend for that time period, once time moves on, that video is now irrelevant. And I'd rather just do looks, even though some of the palettes I use, they might not make anymore, but then you can dupe the color story. So it still has some usefulness to the video, even if the products are no longer available to buy. But if you're just going to do the trends, it's not going to be relevant after a while. I don't know. Thank you. How are you doing tonight? I feel like I'm yelling. When they would have partners with Sephora, they would have lippies and stuff. Cloud. Thank you for all the hearts. They haven't had a good go. Yeah. Cloud Dance, White Pantone. I don't know who the hell picks them colors. It's like something. I did read about who picks the colors. I'm like, who made y'all? Whoever. And for this corporation or agency, whatever, that y'all tell us what. I mean, the color of the year. And they do say what the meaning of it is, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. We're going to start. Shoot, let me open up both these palettes. So for those who came in recently, Life and Death from Notoriously Morbid. We're going to be using this for our garnet shade and this for our sage shade. And from, hi Linda. I don't know, Dawn. Hey Dawn. I don't know. Tanya was asking, and y'all know I don't keep up with stuff. And we're going to use this silver and this gold. And maybe that one, even though it's a little bit darker, that's a brown actually. In person, this is a brown. This is what I see in person. But we're definitely using this for silver and this for gold. So I'm thinking to put the gold first, because then we're going to put the garnet, which is bold. And so that is a pretty color. The colors you were envisioning. Ah, good. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. I'm glad, Skinny Queen, because I was looking and I was going through my palettes. And because at first I thought, okay, it was like 5 or 6 of them, like one color from this, one color from that. And I remember saying I would show you the palettes and have you pick which ones to use. But then last night, well, actually early this morning, I was like, you know what? That would probably take up a whole lot of time. So I'm like, let me just pick. But your color story was very specific. Sage, garnet, silver, and gold with a white liner. So I'm like, I could figure this out. So we're going to take this gold up here, and we're going to put that. This is a Esom V27. I use these Esom V27s a lot. This is the newer one with the black handle and the bristles are angled. These are also V27s, the older ones. The bristles are not angled, and it's the silver ferrule, but I have a lot of those because I really like this brush. When I like a brush, I get more. And even though I have given some away recently, some Scott Barnes brushes, I still have a bunch left. Michelle was like, oh, you gave away all them brushes. I said, not all of them. So I sent her a picture of the ones I have left. She was like, yeah, that's still a lot of brushes. I'm like, yeah, I know. And that was just Scott Barnes. And so that is my complexion, which is cool. We're going to go in with the garnet. This garnet shade is pomegranate. I have my label here. Hi, my name is Dion. I'm a label whore. So these are the names of the shadows that I put on the sleeve that comes with it. Well, not the sleeve, but the protective paper. Thanks for the heart. So that way I know what the color is and that I can tell you. I'm not telling you for this one because they're on the back. Actually, y'all, I'm tripping. Label whore. I have one here too. That golden shade is called Dial Up the Gold. I just like being able to tell y'all what stuff is, which may or may not be relevant because you guys can just dupe the shades. It's not necessary to buy these particular palettes. You're a label bitch. I'm a label hoe. Proudly. No, you're not, Linda. And Linda, did you know that in Spanish, Linda means beautiful? So even your name tells you that you're beautiful. I don't have an opinion of Morphe makeup. I started doing my makeup back in 2004. And they've always had just this weird reputation. And so I never even purchased Morphe. I have one thing from Morphe, and I actually purchased it from TJ Maxx or Marshalls. And it was an eyeliner brush for like $2.99. That's the only thing I ever purchased from them. And it wasn't even from them. It was from, I'm trying to see if I can find it. Did I get rid of it? And so I have not ever directly even purchased from them. I don't have opinion of them. I hear it's good though. I hear their brushes are nice. I don't even see it because it was an angled one. These are my eyeliner brushes. When I told y'all, yeah, I got a lot of brushes, but I believe it was an angled one, and I don't even see it here, so I can't even show it to you. These are TJ Maxx or Marshalls. So we're gonna use our hourglass number 3. And put on pomegranate seeds. Linda, stop it. Yeah, your name tells you you're beautiful. Yeah, Linda in Spanish means beautiful. Seriously, it does. Where am I from? Did I miss? Hey, Alicia. So we're going to take this shade, y'all. What kind of threw me off a little bit, Skinny Queen, is you said a muted Christmas look. This shade is not muted. It's like, that ain't muted. You know what I just thought of? This would have been a beautiful halo look. Linda, please stop, because you're not. If I would have put this shade on the inner and outer, and then put the sage inside of that and put that gold in the center, I think that would have been really pretty. But I know this is going to be pretty too, because we do nice makeup here. This is nice. This is nice. I use the Hourglass number 3 when I want to cover a larger amount of space, because these are smaller. I should say less wide. You have one Morphe blush, says Joe, that you got as a present. Never was a big buyer. I never purchased anything. They were just always so messy. It was like the reputation was just, and I was just like, I don't even want to, even though it was the reputation versus the makeup. But I always had enough stuff, so I'm like, I don't feel like I need to entertain them. And her YouTube name used to be damn, what's her name? What was her name? Shit. Her outro for her videos. I can't believe I can't remember that lady name. At the end of her outro, she would say, "And never trust anyone with the Morphe code." And then when all that drama broke out, people were like, oh, that's why she was saying that. And not that she knew ahead of time, but it was just something about their reputation that it was just like, But that was the last piece of our outro was, and never trust anyone with a Morphe code. And what it was the company the brand relied so heavily on influencers. And so when the influencer, whichever particular one it was, when they had drama, of course it reflects on the brand. So that's what it was. It wasn't necessarily the products, but the influencers that they were paying to push their products, they had really bad reputations. Not in the beginning, but as time went on, they just got real messy. And so that was the downfall of Morphe, and then the bankruptcy and all of that stuff. It's just crazy. But anyway, speaking of Jen Love, yeah, it wasn't Jen Love's. It was a black one. Nappy-headed Jojoba. That was her YouTube name. Nappy-headed Jojoba. This is the Fenty. Hey, Mama. This is the Fenty, and I wear shade 335. Are you only 20? Ooh. I am so much older than you. I like them too. You saw them. I love your looks with dark dreamscape. You think Morphe is just an upscale coastal synthesis? When I said muted, I meant like darker shades. Muted is dull. Yeah, darker is darker. Muted is dull. Yeah, so that's not what that means, but so when you said sage, I'm like, that's a bold, bright color. But that's okay, because I picked the colors you said, and you actually like the color story, so we're good. What am I missing? I don't know what that means, Skinny Queen. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Bought a concealer from them. You haven't used it yet. I love makeup brushes too. I got so many brushes. I used to get the monthly Morphe brushes, and they charged me $459. So after I got my money back, I got rid of them. $459 for brushes? Yeah, that was nappy-headed Jojoba. She would be like, and never trust anyone with a Morphe code. And that was probably like 10 years ago. And so when all the drama like really hit mainstream YouTube, she was like, I've been telling y'all. And I'm like, she has. Yeah, not Jen Love's. Yeah, it wasn't Jen Love's though. It was nappy-headed Jojoba. It was a black woman. And I don't remember even hearing Jen Loves at the end of her outro always saying, never trust anyone with a Morphe code. I do know that she says mad love. And she's been saying that for like over 20 years. However long she's been on YouTube, she's always ended with mad love, which I think is really cool. You're forgetting stuff. And I haven't watched her in a long time, Janet, but I used to, yeah, she does a lot of majority commentary now. But before she was on commentary and she was doing makeup. And that might be why I don't watch her as much. Y'all, I haven't. The only beauty YouTube video I've watched lately was the live that me and Janessa did. Like that since I came back from the weekend. Oh. Okay, Skinny Queen. You still know your color stories though, because it's a nice color story. This chat is nice as Linda. Thank you, everyone. No, Google it. Google Linda, but I believe they spell it with an I instead of a Y. But go to like a translation app and put in Linda for the English side, and it'll generate what it means in Spanish on the other side, and it means beautiful. Foundation, I influence say they're obsessed. I'm going. People say that a lot. Yeah, they be like, oh, I just got this palette and I used it and I'm obsessed. I'm like, okay, $19.99 a month for 5 or more brushes. Oh yeah, I agree, Skinny Queen. Fuck that $400 for brushes, no ma'am. Now Vanessa Myricks, when she came out with her brush set, but she's way up there. She ain't no Morphe. You know what I'm saying? So and then she just always talk mess about Morphe. I don't like the word obsessed either. When you're in the right place, embrace art. Yep, embrace art natural looks and have fun with makeup. Exactly. Yep, that's part of that's the intro to the Crazy Troll Nation. The word literally is way overused. It is. Yeah, and that's what gets it, is that when something becomes a hot topic, people just say it over and over and over and over. Yeah, your mom name, yeah, it means beautiful in Spanish. Yep. Oh my God, I came on and we watched it live and the wig was taking me. Y'all, the first time I put that wig on, I was just like, okay, now see. Now we're going to take this shade here, which is called Dioptis. How about we stop entertaining Linda saying she's not pretty? Because I feel like we're just going to keep going in circles telling her she's not. She's going to keep saying she is, and we're going to keep saying she's not. She's going to keep saying this. So how about we just talk about other things? Yeah, the other one's 20 years old. Talk about ring. Girl, listen, you said a whole word, Dahlia. When people be like, "Oh, you know, I'm old now and I'm middle aged. I'm 30. Oh, I'm getting older now and I'm 40." I'll be like, "Motherfucker, I'm 55. Now I'm 56." But I'm just like, "Oh, you're." I will say, how can I say this and say nice? I don't want to sound mean, so I'm trying to think how to say it. Oh shit! I will say though, I have seen some wrinkles of young people. I feel like it's going to sound mean. And so I don't want to say it, so I'm trying to think of how to say it. I'll just say it this way. Some ethnicities, and I do think it's just genetics, age differently. Because some people might be 30 and they look 50. I'm 56 now. People think I'm in my late 30s, early 40s. And so I think part of it is genetics. We're going to take Dioptis, this shade. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. So, and I have noticed it like across the board, and yes, it is a generalization, so it's not everybody, but there are some distinct differences on how ages look. Then I really said I'm finding it. Yeah, I was, because y'all know me. I can just go and when I worked at JJPI, Joseph J. Peters Institute in Philadelphia, I was in had to have been my early 40s, mid 40s maybe. And one of the psychiatrists that worked there, she had said to me one day, she said, I was thinking about you one day. I'm gonna have to do something. I do not like that blend. Smoking and drinking a lot. Yes. 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 And just drugs in general. Yeah. 50s are great. You're in your prime. Yep. And my family history is when we get to like, our mid 80s, upper 80s, we have a stroke. And then, we'll still be around for another few years and then we'll pass away, like in, late 80s, early 90s. That's my family history. And so my second marriage, my blood pressure was running high. It was, and they were like telling me, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I said, I am not concerned about dying because number one, everybody dies. I said, and number two, my family history is, mid 80s, roundabout, have a stroke, and then we pass away in our late 80s, early 90s. I said, and at the time I was 40 something. So I'm like, I got a good another 40, 45 years left. And they just sat there and looked at me. And I'm like, no, seriously, I am not concerned. And also, y'all might be like, okay, well, what about other stuff? My grandfather had a bad heart. When I was a teenager, they told him, if you don't get a pacemaker, you're going to be dead in 3 years. He lived like another 30 years. So I'm like, you're not going to scare me with, okay, your blood pressure is high, you're at risk for this and this and that. So was my grandfather. And he never got a pacemaker. He had said, if I wasn't born with it, I'm not going to die with it. And he still lived like another over 30 years. And they told him, you'll be dead in like 3 months, and 3 years or something. I think it might have been like 3 or 6 months. And he never had the surgery, and he lived like another 30 something years. So I'm just like, you can't scare me with that. But and some people may be like, oh, well, still take care of yourself. I do. I go to the doctors regularly, checkups and all of that, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I am not concerned. And then you can be the healthiest person and get hit by a bus and be gone. So it's just like, you're not going to scare me with that. Like, you're not. And then I'm not going to live in fear. You know what I mean? Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Your family issue is cardiac. Okay. Oh, happy birthday, Skinny Queen. This is your birthday look. Excuse me. I will say when I run into a middle-aged black person and they look like they're like 80 or 90, I'm like, they have a drug history or alcoholic history or something, because it will age you, sucks the life out of your skin. And like you were saying, being a chronic smoker too, because it just like sucks the life out of your skin. Around their lips be really, really tight and a lot of lines and all that. It takes the life out of you. Messes up your skin. Dahlia, you turned 59 yesterday? I turned 56 yesterday. Happy birthday, twin. Makeup on you. All right, I'm not going to read that comment. Like the Lane magazine ad showing 20-year-olds for anti-aging. And that's what one of the controversies was behind like these tweens wanting like high-end skincare. It's like, it's not even marketed for you. They want retinol creams and all. You ain't just... That was one of the happy birthday, Skinny Queen. Yeah, that was one of the witchamajiggers about that. It's like, it's not marketed for them. And their parents or whoever was going in and buying them that stuff. I'm just like, retinol is not for, tweens. They're not even teenagers yet. Say, sheesh. So we've had quite a few birthdays. Happy birthday to us. And I don't even celebrate my birthday. Yeah, it sucks the life out of your skin. Oh, thank you, Tanya. I'll celebrate. Thank you. And you know what annoys me about birthdays is on social media, if one person says, happy birthday, Tanya, everybody else will be like, happy birthday. And I'm like, you're only saying it because somebody else said it. So is that even genuine? Like, you ain't even know. But anyway, and so that's what happened. This organization I'm in, we're going to take this brush. This is a Esom V31, and we're just going to just blend above. We're going to blend on that top line. So we're just taking a brush, feathering it back and forth. And that's what annoys me, because I'm like, you're only saying it because you saw somebody else say it. And I know they mean well, but I'm like, you don't know me that well. Because number one, if you did, you would know I don't celebrate to even be saying that to me. And number two, you're only saying it because somebody else said it. And so by the fifth person that said, happy birthday, I said, thank you. Fun fact, I'm going to celebrate my birthday. I said, I used to celebrate my mom on my birthday. She did the hard work of labor. All I did was squeeze out of her vagina. Like, why? I ain't do anything. I just squeezed out. And so I would take her to go to get a manicure, pedicure. I would take her, wherever she wanted to go eat. And if she wanted to buy something new, I would take her shopping. And so as an adult, I would celebrate my mom. She did the work. I was 10 pounds, 10.5 ounces, y'all. That ain't no joke. And she said they should have did a C-section because I tore her. And she would say it with an attitude. And I would look at her thinking, I didn't do it on purpose like I did. But anyway, yeah, so I would celebrate her. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be here. You know what I'm saying? So celebrate me. Why? And I understand people glad that you're here. But people who know me, someone sent me a text today. They said, I am so happy that you were born this day, this many years ago, and that you're such a good friend. That's the heartfelt stuff right there. That's the heartfelt stuff because they know me. You know what I'm saying? But the person that has said, fun fact, I don't celebrate my birthday. She put that as so cool, and that I'm right. Like we just squeezed out, like we didn't anything. Thank you, Dahlia. Hey, Lane, how are you? Thank you. Your daughter was offered a cigarette one time, and she said, "Oh, thank you." I'm a quitter. I'm a quitter. I used to smoke cigarettes. I used to do other stuff too. Thankfully, I stopped when I was fairly young. I want to do something here because this red and green are not playing nice. What I'm going to do, Janessa says, we'll be celebrating all July. And the thing is if I know someone who does celebrate their birthday, I will tell them, happy birthday, stuff like that. But for me, I don't celebrate my birthday. But I do celebrate other people's if they celebrate. And if I'm dating someone like that English mutt dude, his birthday was 2 days before mine. And so we would go away for like a 3 or 4 day weekend that time of year. We're going to put this for our brow bone. This is the one we put on the inner corner. I'm thinking I'm going to take a little bit of this and just put that on that line. Something Janessa said a while ago was, if you're having trouble blending the shade or whatever, put shimmer on it. He called himself an English mutt. Because like his DNA is like so many different things, as most of ours is. And I thought, that's too dark, because this is really dark in person. I have all these lights on. We're not going to use that one. But I do need a shimmer. We're going to just use, we're going to take this shade down here. Actually, we're not, because we're going to stay with the color story. This is the one for inner corner. We're going to use this one. Yeah, his DNA was all sorts of different English stuff, or stuff over like UK or whatever. And yeah, so he called himself an English mutt. Ooh. All right. It's still not quite mixing, but I do like it better. Yeah, so that's what he called himself. Hey, Michelle. And I'm surprised that I remember that Michelle Keynes, she said I can call her Charlene. That's her middle name. Because y'all know I be forgetting stuff. And I remember that, though. And then when she comes into the chat, I'll forget again, probably. But yeah, she said call her Charlene because her middle name was Charlene. This is creating like an outer V effect, especially over here with that darker green. I actually like this. And I am sticking to the color story, which is cool. I like it. We're going to go back with that green because this line, it is more of an outer V than over here. So we kind of lost it a little bit. So we're just going to tap straight in. And I'm going to do this. That's pretty. JJPI, Joseph J. Peters Institute in Philadelphia, one of the psychiatrists had told me she was trying to figure out like how old I was. I'm like, what do you mean? And she said, because you look so young. So I'm like, how does she already have like a doctorate degree in psychology? And so she said she was thinking, and this is so weird because she was really thinking about it. She said, I was sitting down one day and I'm thinking, Okay, some people do go to college right after high school. So she might have started college when she was 18 or 19. And some people do go straight through from their master's to their doctorate, which might take 10 years for all of them together because you combine the programs and all of that. So she said, I was thinking you couldn't be no more than like 29 or 30. And I'm sitting there looking at her like, damn, you was really thinking about all of this. And I'm like, no, I'm 40 something. And she was like, really? But she was really trying to figure out how old I was because she didn't believe that I could have been like 40 something. And I think she had asked somebody, and that's what had her thinking. She's like, there's no way. Like, she doesn't look that age. And that's when she was like, I was this. I'm like, damn, like, she was really trying to figure it out. Just freaking ask me. Like, that to me was so funny. So we just have that silver to use. I thought that was so funny. Like, wow, we're going to keep that brush out, put this one away. No. Yeah, we're going to put that one. We just still have that silver to use. So we're going to put this under our brow bone. This shade. You started community college when you were 16. You had your bachelor's at 20. Yeah. Guys, I'm a pro. Ah, congratulations. Congratulations. I dropped out of high school when I was 17. And by the time I think I started undergrad when I was 19. And then I transferred to a four-year university. I think I was 21. And then I just kept going. Then I graduated there. Then I got into a master's program, graduated from there. Yeah, and then like 2 months later, I started the doctorate program. Hey, Janessa. Oh, no worries. No worries at all. What am I looking for? What brush do I want to use to do my brow bone? We're going to take this brush. Somebody asked for you earlier. I forget who it was. Oh, Skinny Queen. This is her look. She was like, Janessa's going to miss my look. And she was looking for you. She even put a comment to you in all caps. I said, I don't think she can see that right now. Skinny Queen was serious. Yeah, I'm like, I don't think she can see your comment. Skinny Queen be serious. So this is her muted Christmas look. Garnet, sage, gold, silver, and a white liner. So this is the eye look, y'all. I'm going to take this brush again that didn't have any color on it that we just used to feather along the top edge of our lid shades. Mid-sentence, I'd be like, what am I saying? I am funny, y'all. Make myself laugh. I'm like, girl. Yeah, y'all gotta laugh at yourselves too. They say laughter is good medicine. Sometimes I am really serious, and other times I'm complete goof troop. And y'all know that because y'all seen me in so many different moods over the years, even recently dealing with the deaths in the family. All right, so this is the eye look. Except for lower lash line. Let me take out two of the Fenty 220 brushes, which I love for lower lash line. And I think we're going to do, I don't want to do the Garnet here and the sage there. I don't. That silver shade is called Les Artistes. I was listening to the word call. I started the script out in my head. The name of Mitchell review. Or do we want to just do that? We're going to be backward. Just for kicks, for shits and giggles, as they say. The 50s be taking your word. I am going to put the green here and the red over here. That's what we're going to do. Just because we can. We're gonna flip it. We're gonna just switch stuff up. I really don't want to use the same shades, but that's our colors. So we're gonna put the green on first. And again, this shade is Dioptase over top of this white and the silver. Oh, good grief. This eye is twitching. This eye been twitching a lot lately. My right eye. And it usually doesn't until I do like my lower lash line. It'll start twitching. And it's twitching more and more lately. I just said that, didn't I? Your daughter gonna go crazy. Why is she going crazy? Just for instance, your screenshot of something, someone buying SpongeBob stuff for me by Mitch as well. Not SpongeBob again. I feel like a lot of brands have done it. Yeah, they have. A lot of brands have done everything. Like there's really like not much that's unique anymore in makeup. And they SpongeBob palette. And I don't really even watch cartoon stuff. Like that would turn me off. And that's why I never really got into Tarte, number one, because they put fragrance. I'm like, I don't want my eyeshadow to smell like a chocolate bar. And so that always turned me off. And whatever brand at Glam Light, everything was a food thing. Like I'm just like, I'm not a child where you need to entice me with, you know, a palette inside of a Frosted Flakes box. Like it just always turned me off. I'm just like, what? Like we're adults here. Like why are you marketing stuff like we're children? That's just me. I was just like, yes, I've never. Don't Bruce. Twitching could be dry eye. That's what bothers mine. I don't know because I use eye drops like 3 or 4 times a day, but it still could be. And my eye drops are for dry eye. One is an antihistamine eye drop, and the other one is like re-wetting drops that I'm supposed to use up to 4 times a day. I use it like twice a day. But yeah, that does feel like it's true that it could be that. Which means I need to use my re-wetting drops more often. But it only happens when I start and I always start over here with lower lash line, which is weird because usually my eye look up here, I start over here. So that's weird. I just not thought about that. When I start my eyeshadow look, I start on this eye, but lower lash line, I always start over here. I don't even like, but yeah, when I start doing the lower lash line here, this eye will start twitching. So like, I'm just like, that's weird. So maybe I'm hitting a nerve or something. I don't know. Or my eyeshadow to smell like eyeshadow thing from it. Yeah. Yeah, I do. And that's what draws me to them too. And I really like their formula. So now we're taking pomegranate seeds again. This is a pretty shade. Oh man, this is a pretty shade. That is a pretty shade. Love that about your grandfather. Yeah, he's like, if I wasn't born with it, I ain't gonna die with it. He was an amazing bowler. He was in a bowling league, and his league would be on TV for like bowling competitions. He would bowl 300-point games, like for real, for real. I barely crack an average of 100 out of 3 games. But yeah, he was that good. And the team he was on, they'd be like, oh, Grandpop's on. So we would watch him on TV bowling. Yeah, he was good like that. Yeah, I'd be like, oh, wow, that's my grandfather on TV bowling. Yeah, 300-point games. And that's the highest you can get is 300 points. And that's if you bowl all strikes through the whole game. And I'm like, how the hell? I'm bowling gutter balls. And I do actually have a bowling ball. I have shoes. And I haven't been bowling probably in like 5 years. My second game is always my best game. Since I've been dealing with, since becoming disabled, it is harder to bowl because of the weight. I bowl with a 12-pound ball. Sometimes I'll do a 10, but a 10, I have less control because it's lighter. But yeah, my second game is always my best game. This is a pretty shade. This is nice, Skinny Queen. Thank you for this color combination. Thank you for sending the makeup brush. I already did blush. She's like, girl, where? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did my base face first. I already did blush. It is a very light shade. It's Lavender Blonde. I picked it at random. It's Lavender Blonde from House Labs. What was I swatching? It was an eyeshadow palette. Oh, it was the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes Nature palette. When I did the swatch party, because I always do a swatch party first, y'all, for the new people. And then after I do the live stream swatch party, then I'll start doing looks with that palette. Because I want us to have that first experience. Like, what do they look like swatch, the performance, first impressions thing. And halfway through swatching the palette, Janet commented, when are you going to start swatching? Yo, that palette was so just, and I kept saying like, what part of nature was he in? That these are the colors she saw. Like, dude, you love the scented makeup. Sister does Too Faced Peaches and Cream. I cannot. I'm gonna show you that. Oh, thank you, Heather. When did you pop in, Heather? You snuck in on me. The green pops more. Thank you, Heather. How are you tonight? This is the, and I picked it at random. Can I pick it again at random? No. This is Lavender Blonde from House Labs. And so that's why you see a little bit of color here, and I do have bronzer here. And then on top of this, I did put on Hourglass powders. And so this little bit of color, that's this. Where are you going to put on the blush? Shame on me. Yeah, it is a light color. Yeah, Janet was like, when are you going to start swatching? I'm like, yeah, I know, right? I kept the palette for a little bit. Then I put it in Macari. I think it's sold. We're going to go back to the green. It just didn't. And it does look a little bit deeper in person than it does online and in pictures. But still, I was just like this. If you like light looks, you will love it. But I like looks that you can see the color. I do have his Moonlight palette, which I do like because it does have like 6 dark shades in it. All right, I think this is it. I like how that white still shows up on my inner rooms. I have to remember that the gold doesn't. Shocker. That's almost a skin tone. Excuse me. I'm glad you're doing good. Thank you. We're glad you're here. Thank you, Dahlia. All right, so now we just have Skinny Queen. Think of a lip color. For the new people that just came in recently, one of the membership perks is members get to make a request. So that's why I keep asking Skinny Queen stuff, because this is the color story that she chose. There are other perks. If you click join down below, it'll show you what the perks are. And if they appeal to you, you click join again or something, it'll take you through a really quick process. 30 Shades of Beige. Doing good. That's good to hear. I'm glad you are. $2.99 a month, and you can cancel at any time. It's not a lifelong commitment. So do check out and see what the other perks are and see if they do appeal to you. But my favorite is members get to make perks. And Michelle Davison, she loves that perk. Oh, Michelle, this was the Life and Death palette because she requested me to do a look with this before. And the color story Skinny Queen chose was Garnets. We use this one. Sage, we use that one. And she also requested Silver and Gold. So from this MAC Unfiltered Nudes, we used this for the silver and that for the gold. And she asked for a white liner. And so this is on our inner rooms. I put the gold on first, which is called Amber Stone. It didn't show up. So then we put the white on top of it. And we put this on lower lash line. So I tried real hard to stick with the color story. Gray. Yep. And so I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, Michelle had requested a look with that palette before. That is a really pretty palette. Life and Death. And they're really good about what the palette name is or what the theme is. Like they do really reflect that in their packaging. So we're going to dip, this is a water activated liner from Lethal. Wine Red. Let me close up this water while I look for a wine red. This is not a wine red. This is deep brown wine. It's called Mold Wine Magic. I do have a red. This has sparkles or something in it. This is Wool of Bat. And this is described as rich, label for me, rich deep cherry red. So that's one. I know I have another red one. We have Red Wine Supernova. This has some orange in it. It's a dual chrome. And so we could put this on and tap this on it if you want. I think I have another red. I'm feeling like I have another red, but I think that is it for the reds. Oh no. The Unseen one. This is beautiful. And all of these are notoriously morbid as well. They had a buy one, get one free. I bought a lot. This is the unseen one. And if you want me to swatch these, Skinny Queen, I will. You love the orange. This one, yeah, oh my gosh, it is bold. The first time I put it on, I was like, oh. My favorite lip color is a black, too, by the way. I think that's all the reds from Notoriously Morbid. I have this shade. It's more of like a purple, I think. This is from MAC. This is High Drama. And, okay, I'll swatch them. And I have from Sephora Matte Burgundy Red. This is called Red Desert. I think that leans a little orange. I have more reddish lipsticks than I thought. Always Red from Sephora. I think this is too bright for the eye look. I think this is nice for the eye look. But yeah, we'll swatch them. And we have Van Gogh Red, which is like an orange red. So I don't think this is gonna work. But those, yeah, damn. 2, 4, 6, 7 swatches. Okay. Let me get out my cotton rounds. Love the orange. Oh, you said that, and I don't even know which one it was. We'll swatch, and I'll do my best to keep them in order, because y'all know I'll be confusing myself. 30 Shades of Beige. All right. Hung Van Gogh Red. Hung Van Gogh. I don't, yeah, this to me is like orange red, so I don't even think. So you can just say yes or no, so I'll know whether to put it away or not. Too red. Okay, so we're going to put that back home. I agree. I think that's too red too. Always Red from Sephora. That's Always Red from Sephora. I think it's too bright for the look, but it's whatever whichever one you want me to do. Okay, no to that one. Awesome. Put that away. This is Red Desert from Sephora. I was swatching something. It was one of their not Sephora's, but Notoriously Morbid, and I turned it upside down because I went like this to swatch it. It started dripping out. I was like, oh hell no. Hey Tara. Red is too much, says Dahlia. Well, it's her color story, so whatever she wants, this is her. Because as I was saying, members get to make requests, and she requested this color story, and so that's why I do have this as a gloss. And I also have, I think this one might be too brown. And we have this one we can use as a gloss. And so this one, yes or no, Skinny Queen. Let me just leave them sideways because I keep like a purple undertone type. Too bold, too red, no, red is. All right, so we're gonna put that back home. This is a darker red. This is High Drama from MAC. I love this shade because it is dark. That's more of a purple. Because what I'm looking for, she said no thanks. What I'm looking for is something that'll play off of that. That's what I'm looking for. And it doesn't have to. This is more orange. This is Supernova. How did your drag makeup turn out the other day? I did a short. So you watched the short and let me know how you think it turned out. But that was a lot of fun. Y'all, that wig almost took me out. Yeah, this is more of like an orange because it is a dual chrome. So you see, this is a pretty shade though. Like, oh my gosh. When I first put it on though, I was just like, okay, this is like super bright. Hey, Nick. It's up to Skinny Queen because this is a members requested look. And so she gets to decide what we actually use. So yes or no, Skinny Queen for that one. Supernova. I think this is the one that was runny, and I was just like, oh no. So this is Supernova. I think this would work, but it does have a black now. This has a black base to it. You liked it? All right. Yeah, but it's up to Skinny Queen, though. I appreciate all the comments, though. This is Wool of Bat. I'm kind of thinking it might be this one. Yeah, that is too orange. Let's put that away. I actually agree. I'm going to put Supernova away. This is described as deep. No, it's described as rich, deep cherry red. This is Wool of Bat, and this is also from the Touristy Morbid. This is the one I think is the one, but you let me know, Skinny Queen. So that's all of our reds. I didn't realize I had so many reddish tones. And so is that it, Skinny Queen? Because we done went through all of them. We done went through them all. And I put away the ones you said no to. So is this the one? Punch myself in the face. Bring that hand closer, please. So you see it next to the eye. Skinny Queen is funny. Yeah, so that's it. This one right here. Is that the one? So while you are thinking, I'm going to wipe all these off before I forget. And then I'll be like, why do I have these marks on my pants? And then we'll do the liner. And by then, maybe we'll have an answer. I hope it is that one, because all the rest of them I put away because you said no. And I know this is fun, y'all. So my suggestion is join a membership. And I'll get to do a look just for you. And of course, as you see, there's a lot of shout outs. And then even in the description box, I'll put thank you so-and-so for the look. So if you do content, that's a good shout out too, for people who do read the information in the description box. I only needed one. Awesome. Put these other ones somewhere. All right, so we're going to do the fourth one and the last one in an ombre look. The fourth one, I don't remember what the fourth one was. Was it this one that had, what is that? Oatmeal? Excuse me. This one, the one I said I think would be a nice ombre, the one that was too orange. Because as you said, no, I put them away. And look at my hand. I already cleaned it. I don't know which was the fourth one. And because I put them away, when you said no, I wouldn't remember which one was the fourth one anyway. So the unseen one, this one. The purplish one, this one. And you did say a gloss. And so, okay, so this one, and this is a liquid lipstick too, not a gloss. Unseen. Yeah, the unseen one. Okay. I don't know. Okay, so these are going to be the lip. This will be interesting because this is a matte. So we're going to put this on first. And even if we put this on a sensor, it's going to be a different type of ombre lip, because usually ombre is dark on the outside and lighter in the middle. All right, so opening up the water again, because I would have definitely knocked that over. Okay, so we're going to take the T03. We're going to dip it in the water. And then we're going to put it in here. These are water activated eyeliners. And so you need to put water in it for it to activate. Read your mind, says Skinny Queen. And so, and if I think it's too much water on the brush, I will tap it on the palette that we use for foundation and primer. Damn psychic. And then we're going to put this on our upper lash line. I'm going to come back and fix this line, or attempt to. Oh, okay, I just fixed it. Yay, me. And then we're going to put it over here. You've never seen that before. A white eyeliner? Or a water activated. Oh, shoot, I went up too high. Or a water activated. And this eye just twitched. It's only when I work on my lash lines over here. This eye starts twitching. Damn. Can you stop? So maybe I'm hitting a nerve or something somewhere. But even when I do lower lash line here, this eye will twitch. And when I do the upper lash line, this up here will twitch. It's freaking weird, man. Yeah, water activated. Yeah, this is a lethal bundle, and it came with the 10th one, but the palette only holds 9, and the other one was a black. And I didn't put this in here because I don't use black liner often. So I'm like, yeah, I'll put that in a different palette. So this is Skinny Queen's Muted Christmas look. I'm gonna have to go back in with this, put more water on the brush and in the liner. I think, I don't know. Ooh, do my wings almost look the same? Almost being the key word. Thank you, Nick. I think we're good. I think we're good. It is faded out here, but I don't want to mess with it too much. If I put more water in it, it will come out darker, but I do think this is playing into the muted aspect that Skinny Queen wanted. I took this out longer to straighten out the line because it had a swoosh to it. And we're just making this side a little bit thicker as well. Then we're going to do mascara, do the lips, and we will be done, y'all. All right, so easy peasy. Close up my water. Put the lid on it. You can see the little twitches. I know, this is so freaking weird. And it's been doing it more and more when I do my lash line. Thankfully, it's only this one. It just feels weird, too. It's not bothersome. It just feels weird. I could feel that muscle twitching. Lancome Sills Booster XL Mascara Base. I do, that might be a bit much. I do have a white mascara, Skinny Queen from Lethal. The shade is called Capacity. Do you want me to use that one? Let me know quick before I put these on. All right, I'm opening it. Alrighty. She's probably like, wait, I was typing. Ah, damn it. Okay. That white mascara gives me the look of false lashes. It really does. It's just like, whoa. I did a look before. And as y'all know, like y'all that are here, like I say, like why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so when I did the short, and the person wanted white lashes. And when I did the short, somebody commented, I would love to see that look with black mascara. So I knew they hadn't watched the video because they would have had known why I did what I did. Even eyelashes, like this appears twitching doing my lower lashes. And I said this was a member request. And that's why I did white mascara. You know, this twitching is weird. All right, so we're going to put away the Beyond Mascara, which is black. We're going to take the Lethal Mascara called Capacity. It's white. And I'll go over the bottom lashes. I do like this. I'm wondering how much it'll show up since we have on white eyeliner. When I have on a dark liner, like this really pops. But it does give me the look of false lashes. Like the formula is nice. And I thought about getting their other colors because they have a lot of other colors. But then I'm like, no, the PAO is 6 months. And I'm like, am I going to really use it in 6 months? The answer is no. And I do use mascaras till they irritate my lids. I reached the PAO in July with this one. And I'm still using it. Haven't had any problems. Y'all, look at my lashes. Look at that. Y'all, this formula does a lot for my lashes because it looks like false lashes. Excuse me. Yeah, it does. It still pops. Yeah. I'm going to circle back and do the bottom. That Lancome Sills Booster XL Mascara Primer. if I let it sit too long and it dries on my lashes, it makes my lashes crispy. And so that's why I didn't put this on the bottom lashes first, because I already had the brown there, because I didn't want them to get crispy. Crispy to the point that they will fall off. They will break off. Y'all look at that. It is insane. They have red, blue, green, brown, black, of course. Y'all look at them. I think they are starstruck by your creativity, Sis Skinny Queen. Yes, Eden, I saw your request. I mean your comment. And members can make requests at any time in any video. My email address and my Blue Sky and my Instagram are always in the description box. And so anytime you can reach out to me, or under any video on my community. They have a thing now, and it's been for a little while, that if you go to my YouTube channel page, there's a thing that'll say visit community, and you can post there. Whereas in the past, only the content creator could post and people can respond to it. But on the community, when you visit the community, anybody can make a post. And so that's another way that you can leave your request. And I do keep my handy dandy YouTube swag notebook here that came with a pen that I do write requests in. You need to have a good thing. Okay. But those are different ways that you can reach me. Any post, any video, any live stream, email, Instagram, or Blue Sky. Think all the way. I'm excited for your requesting. So that is that. Do I want to? All right. The lip, y'all, and then we're done. Y'all, this mascara, this mascara does what it do. I'm gonna take some of the lip oil off, and it'll still be some on my lips. Because when I take it off, my lips never feel dry. So I was gonna say, where'd I put the lipsticks? All right, so Wool of Bat. I'm gonna put this on. The 21st members, we're doing a member exclusive live stream. I'm going to show you all of my palettes. I have 42, but at that time it'll be 44. And so if you want to request a certain palette, you can, or like Skinny Queen did, just a certain color story, you know, that works too. So this is Wool of Bat from Notoriously Morbid. That is so pretty. This is a good formula. I don't care too much for their Spellcast Beauty liquid lipstick formula. To me, they're more drying. And they do say, since it is a matte lipstick, you know, make sure you exfoliate and all of that. But my lips are not dry because I use the oil all the time, which is from City Beauty. But I just don't like how it feels. And so that bright blue I have, it's on my desk to be decluttered. I love the color. Just that formula. The color is beautiful, very bold, very blue. Almost like an electric blue. Very deep blue. My lip line is crooked, and trying to make it look straight is making it look more crooked. Like right here. So still put the other one on top, Skinny Queen. So that's that one. And you can definitely do that with Retro Glam. You know what? You're absolutely right. I don't remember if there's a gold or silver in there, but I'm sure it's something comparable because those are muted. Hey, Sam, how are you? I honestly must credit you both because you gave the directive, and Miss Dion definitely, and I try my best. Oh, thank you for subbing, Nick. I appreciate that. I do. I take membership perks very seriously. I swear I blinked and the look was there. Where did it Where did the time go? It does. I don't know where it goes either. I just be like, damn. I'm glad you're doing okay. All right, we're still doing the Skinny Queen. Okay. Oh, this doesn't do much for the color, but it does make it shiny. That's pretty cool. Because I thought it was going to come off more, what did I think? I was thinking this was that other one, the unseen one, and this is the unseen one. I was thinking it was something else. I was thinking it was this one, Red Wine Supernova. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so this is good. So it's giving it some shine. Okay. I got a new lip combo, y'all. That's cute. Skinny Queen hooked me up. You've been balancing your budget book while watching. I need to redo my, oh, yeah, that's been on my list to do for like the last couple of days. So this, y'all, is the look. This is Skinny Queen's look. I really like it. And the white mascara does fit into the Christmas theme. Because I'm thinking of Christmas balls on the trees. We don't want balls in our faces. Or maybe you do. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. But I really like this look. I do. So thank you, Skinny Queen, for this request. Yes, good job multitasking, Eden. Y'all, we are a multitasking bunch of people. I'll tell you that for sure. We be doing 2-3 things and still be chatting. So that's commendable. I'll be like, wow, yeah, we do be doing that. So this is Skinny Queen's look in the chat. Suddenly her. Yeah, I be trying, Jan, and I get ahead of myself. I say something, then I'm like, damn, I did just say that. So this is going to be it for today. Thank you for all the new people. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Don't forget to click join just to see the channel membership perks. Clicking join will not join you. It'll show you the perks. And we would love to have you. And again, you can cancel at any time. You get to make requests. You get to come to the members only live streams, and you'll have access to all the previous member exclusive content as well. And so this is going to be it. I appreciate each and every one of you. Yesterday, so yeah. you know. Let me get my picture. Hold on. Are you on Instagram, Skinny Queen? Because sometimes I will DM the person a picture of the look. When Dawn requested that porcelain doll look, I sent her a picture of the inspiration and of the look that I did. And I did that for somebody else too. I think somebody had requested like a dragon look or something like that. And I sent the picture of my look and the inspiration picture. Because y'all know I'm going to switch it up from the picture. Oh, yeah, let me hold. Okay. That was for Skinny Queen's picture. So we are going to go. I'm not on Facebook either. Are you on Instagram? Is what I'm asking. I'm not on Facebook either. I don't do the book faces. No. Okay. So we are going to go, and I really dig it. And I've been liking having more than one wing. So we have the eyeshadow here, we have the waterliner, and then you see the green. Even though the green is not technically a wing, we did wing out the shadow. I do love this. I'm glad we put the green here, and up here it's on the side, and the red in the center, and we put the red on the ends. I love how we did that, and I think it plays off really nice with how the different wings look. And I love the lip. That's a new combo for me. The thing is, will I remember? Like, these two look really good together. It gives it just a little bit of shine. So thank you, all of you, for being here. Or you don't have the gram of the instance. Aww. Okay. Everybody have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. I appreciate you being here. Make sure you thumbs up. Thank you again to the new subscribers. Thank you to Replay Crew. And for those who came in later in the chat that circled back to see what you missed, I appreciate that too. And make sure you leave a comment or an emoji that counts as engagement, thumbs up, all of that good stuff. And as always, thank you for all the hearts. As always, Skinny King Money. As always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon. What you can do, Skinny Queen, last thing really quick, I'm going to pause again. So if you just go back to the live after it converts to a video and just speed to the end, you can take a screenshot of a picture. So I'm going to pause for you to take a picture. because that's what I used to do, because I used to forget to take pictures afterwards. So we're going to go. Thanks again, everybody. And we'll be back here Thursday. Thursday night, we will be back here for another video. And Sunday is our members exclusive. So I hope some of you join. I would love for you to be a part of that. And we're going to go, hey, KB, thank you for being here. And so, okay, great, Skinny Queen. So we're going to go, and hopefully I'll see y'all Thursday. Bye.